How to play SMÄK, explained in less than 8 minutes. Every player gets a handful of cards and a SMÄK die. The aim of the game is to get rid of these cards, and the first player to drop all their cards wins the round. You play 5 rounds and the player with the lowest score wins the game. It's a bit like Uno or Crazy 8, but with SMÄK cards and dice battles. After explaining the game over and over, we learned that the easiest way to understand the game is this. You look through all your cards and take out all the cards with the rainbow background. Then you look through these rainbow cards and pick out all the SMÄK cards. Those are the cards with the black SMÄK symbol in the corner. Now you should have 3 piles. 1 pile of SMÄK cards, 1 pile with rainbow cards, and 1 with all remaining cards. Now, take the rainbow card pile and look through it and pick out 2 types of cards. All the +3 cards for a total of 4. And all of these puking unicorn cards, which should also be 4 cards. All other rainbow cards you put aside for now, not because you don't need them, but it's just easier to learn the game mechanics that way. Now you look through the SMÄK card pile and pick 6 cards that you like. All the other SMÄK cards you put aside for now. Now you shuffle all these cards together. To set up the game, every player gets a SMÄK die and 7 cards. Your cards should be hidden from the other players, and the rest of the cards go on a draw pile in the middle of the table. Once all players have arranged their cards and are ready to play, everyone starts rolling their die at the same time. Then you keep rolling your dice until the first player rolls this symbol. That player will then start the game by playing any card they want and creating a discard pile. Here are the game mechanics. The aim is to drop all your cards onto the discard pile. First player starts the pile. The next player can drop a card by matching the card on top of the discard pile by color or by icon and amount of icons. So, for example, here you can play another blue card. Then the next player who doesn't have a blue card can play a card that matches by having 3 cloud icons. You cannot play this card, it's only 1 cloud, and you also couldn't play this card even though it's 3 icons, but they're the heart icons. So the player plays this card. You can only drop 1 card per turn, and if you can't play, you have to pick a card. If you're now able to play, you can do so if you want. The game proceeds clockwise around the table. Just to demonstrate the gameplay, the first player drops the 3 blue star card, the next player plays another blue card, the next player matches by icon and amount of icon and changes the color. The next player plays a green card, next player matches the icon again and changes the color again, yellow, another yellow, the next player changes back to green by matching the icons, green cloud, next player changes color again, and so on. And then there's the unicorn cards. This card changes the direction of play. For example, from clockwise it changes to counterclockwise. This card skips the next player, and this card makes the next player pick up 2 cards. This rainbow card makes the next player pick up 3 cards, and this wonderful puking unicorn card lets you choose the color that has to be played next. You can play a rainbow unicorn card on top of any color card. These single color unicorn cards can only be played if they match in color with the discard pile. Of course, if you have a matching unicorn card in a different color, you can change the color by playing it. But they have to be matching unicorn cards. You cannot just drop any simple unicorn card to change the color. Now there's an exciting rule about the +2 cards. Let's say one player plays a +2 card. The next player now has to pick up 2 cards. Or he has another option, to play a +2 card. And now the next player has to pick up 4 cards. Now that player could play another +2 card or play a +3 card. The next player has to pick up 7 cards. You are not allowed to play a +2 on top of a +3 card. You could, however, play another +3 card on top of this +3 card to increase the penalty to 10 cards for the next player. Now there's one more option, and this finally leads us to SMÄK. So, smacking rules are next. A variety of +2 and +3 cards have been dropped. The next player had to pick up 10 cards because he didn't have another +3 card. But he has one other option. He can play a SMÄK card. If he decides to play the SMÄK card, he has to say SMÄK out loud to notify all players. Now a dice battle starts. Every player has to roll their die except the player who played the SMÄK card. Keep rolling your die until you get the SMÄK symbol. Then you're done. Whoever gets the symbol last has to pick up the penalty. After they picked up their penalty cards, they get to restart the game with any card of their choice. All unicorn cards can be smacked by the person affected by the unicorn. So for example, this reverse card could be smacked by the next player in the original direction of play. No dice have to be rolled now, because there's no penalty to be picked up. So the SMÄK card simply cancels the unicorn card and the game continues in its original direction. Of course, this also means that all these action cards can be smacked. Once you have learned the basic game mechanics, you will start using these cards. They all trigger fun actions in the game. All the details are listed in the manual. What happens if you play an action card, who can smack it, and so on. Check out the manual for each card and also look at the useful SMÄK table on the last page. One very important detail, you cannot finish the game with a SMÄK card, meaning you can't drop a SMÄK card as your last card. At any time during the game, you have the chance to cut in, even if it's not your turn. Let's say someone plays this yellow card. Now any player who has that exact same matching card, even if it's not their turn, can cut in and play this card. It has to be the exact same card, same color, same icons, and same amount of icons. So let's assume player 1 played this card. It's player 2's turn. Player 3 has the matching card though and plays it. Now it's player 4's turn, and player 2 got skipped. Because of this rule, it's important that you pay attention to the game at all times, because at any point you might be able to cut in and skip the players in front of you. When you drop your second to last card, you have to make a unicorn sound. Nay! And you will win the game once you drop your last card. Ta-da! Scoring the game is very simple. All players who have cards left on their hands will receive penalty points for each card. Icon cards count 10, unicorn cards 20, rainbow cards 30, SMÄK cards 50. The player with the most points loses the round and will have to wear the unicorn horn. After 5 rounds, the player with the lowest score wins the game. So, for example, this hand would be worth 100 points. 10, 10, 10, 20, and 50 for a total of 100. Okay, that's it. Those are the basic rules. We recommend to play a couple of rounds to get used to the basic game mechanics. Then, it's finally time for the other action cards. Action cards come with specific rules and penalties for the other players. For example, if you play this card, you pick a player to swap your cards with. This one lets you pick who on the table should pick up 3 cards, and this one makes everyone at the table pick up 2 cards. Mix a few or all of these action cards into the game to make it more exciting. Of course, we recommend to play with all action cards for the maximum amount of fun, but it's up to you how many unicorns you would like to add to your game. Thank you for giving SMÄK a try, and we hope you love playing it as much as we do. Thank you, thank you, thank you!